currently there are two different review options available to authors on the site. There is public open peer review, and there is a more traditional private peer review. So I'm going to show you both of those here. So the first one, public peer review, is the easiest one. So you just click public peer review here. We update, and upon doing that, the article will appear listed as being under review when we go to the articles part of the article section of the website. Okay, so anyone who comes to the site would be able to look at it, post a comment, and it can be revised as needed for as long as it's under review. Okay, supplementary files are listed here, and I want to point out that in the RESEARCHERS.ONE LaTeX template, there is a part in the running head that allows you to have an identifier for where this article can be accessed. There's an ID, there's an extension that is left out. To get that extension, the way to get that extension is to post the article for public review and to copy the extension here at the top of the page. Okay, so that's how you would get that extension. Then you could fill that in and upload an updated version. So that's public peer review on the site. The other option is to do the more traditional private peer review. So this would be if you don't want the article to be accessed publicly. You can, first of all, you can take it private at any time by simply changing the peer review status from public to traditional. At that point, you'll see that the article is no longer accessible on the page. Okay, and something that I forgot to point out here is also notice that while it's under public review, so for as long as it's under public review, if you go to my profile page, it will appear on my profile as being under public review, and anyone who goes to my profile could then access it in that way. When I take it private, once I take it private, it no longer appears on the site and it no longer appears on my profile page. Okay, now suppose I want to request reviewers in a more traditional sense. So on RESEARCHERS.ONE, the authors are in complete control of this process, and so the way that it works is that I would choose the private peer review option. I would go to step 6 here to add reviewer, and in this case I'm going to show you how this works on the reviewer's end. And so the way that this works is that I will type in their information, I type in their email, and I can write them a note if I would like to specifically ask, for example, for them to check a specific part of the article if that's what I want them to do. If not, I can write just a generic request. I request reviews. And now what I'm going to do is I go over here and I'm logged in on a different browser to the account that just got requested. Okay, how does this look to the reviewer? Okay, so to the reviewer is going to receive an email that informs them that they've been requested to review the article. It's going to include the note from the author, and that they can log into their account in order to decide how they would go about how to respond. So the request is waiting in on their sidebar under reviews, active reviews. Okay, the status is currently waiting, and the reviewer has the option to look at the article, look at all of the attachments, and to ultimately agree or decline to review. So this is merely informing the author whether or not they're going to provide a report. And so agreeing to review, the status changes to agreed. On the author's side, the way that this looks is that the article is listed as under review, and the list of reviewers is given right here. Okay, and so this has been agreed upon. And now what I can do is I can post my review. So the way that I would post my review is I could say, for example, I could type this, and I could attach a file, which in this case I'm just going to attach the article itself, just to illustrate how this functions. I attach the file, I submit, and what happens is that the author will receive an email notification saying that the reviewer has posted a comment or has submitted a review, and then that would be accessible to them in their account. So the one that I just submitted was this one. I could open this up and see what was submitted. It was just a copy of the paper, which is what I uploaded before. And then this process can continue. If the author were to revise the article accordingly, the author could then send back a request to the same reviewers or not, depending on their discretion. And ultimately, when all is said and done, when the author is comfortable with the article and wants to publish it, then they would go ahead and to publish the submission. Okay, so I'm not going to publish that here. Once an article is published, it cannot be edited or removed from the site. Up until that point, it can be revised as many times as the author would like. Okay, well, I hope these videos were helpful for explaining the very basic components to the RESEARCHERS.ONE platform. There are other aspects of the platform that I haven't explained in these videos, and so if there's any questions about what I talked about in this video or what I haven't talked about, please get in touch, and if there's a need, then we'll create additional tutorials to fill that need. But otherwise, thanks for watching and thanks for your support.